So hey guys, you're watching Techoob.com and my name is Shakib Niazi. So in this video I am going to give you a full detailed review of Asus Zenfone Max Pro after using it about 15 to 20 days. So I'm going to tell you everything about this amazing smartphone called Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. So let's start with this intro. So starting with its design, the phone is completely built of metallic body except those antenna bands which are made up of plastic material for better and healthy network connection. And I must say there is something really great in the connectivity of Zenfone Max Pro because the device was able to have networks at those places where my other devices were showing 10 to 20% of network, and that thing really makes sense. And I think other brands should learn from Asus to give a good plastic build quality of antenna bands, and this thing really makes sense. So here the plastic build antenna bands are totally acceptable. So in terms of design, everyone have a personal choice. Like I am not in love with the design of Asus Zenfone Max Pro, but on the other hand my brother really likes the design of Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So design is something which is one's personal choice. So the metallic body of Zenfone Max Pro really feels premium in hand. So for the reference, mobile have just 8.5 mm thickness and 180 grams of weight, which makes the phone very durable and more comfortable while using it. So in terms of design, I would say Asus Zenfone Max Pro have a good design. So talking about the display, the device have 5.99 inches of Full HD Plus display, and the device has resolution of 1080 into 2160 pixels. So the device has 77% of screen to body ratio, which makes the design very beautiful and futuristic. And because of the chipset Snapdragon 636, the phone supports Qualcomm True Palette Pixel processing technology, which simply enhance the quality of display. And believe me guys, the display of Zenfone Max Pro is one of the best feature of this phone. So there is not any color saturation in the device, or if you tilt the device you will not find any kind of color saturation, which is simply great. At the price point of 11,000 rupees you are getting a great display with awesome touch response, whereas I have noticed some of the multi-touch lag in the device after last update. So dear Asus, please fix this issue very soon. So talking about the cons of display, first thing is auto brightness. Like I have noticed some auto brightness issue in Asus Zenfone Max Pro. Its auto brightness is not so fast and accurate in comparison to other devices, but most of the time I prefer my display brightness fixed as manually. So this is not an actual problem for me at all. So this is the only problem I have found in the display of Asus Zenfone Max Pro. Talking about the visibility of display, its display is 100% visible under the sunlight or bright sunny day. So overall I would like to rate the display of Asus Zenfone Max Pro 9.5 out of 10 considering its price point. Also I would like to include that I have used the device in both daylight and dark lighting condition, and I have found it really comfortable while using in the dark lighting, you can say in the night time. So I was able to use the device for 4 to 5 hours without any problem in my eyes. There is something really great in the display management of Asus Zenfone Max Pro, I must say that. So this thing is going to help you to use the device for gaming and entertainment purpose for about 4 to 5 hours easily. Now let's talk about the performance. No doubt Asus Zenfone Max Pro is king of all the budget smartphones in terms of performance. Zenfone Max Pro is featuring you 3 different variants of a smartphone. I have the 3GB RAM variant and I'm using this device from last 15 days, and believe me guys, I'm already in love with its performance. Talking about on paper specification of Zenfone Max Pro, it has Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 chipset with 1.8 GHz CPU and Adreno 509 GPU. So in terms of performance, Asus is trying its best to provide a cutting-edge technology at very reasonable price. So okay, let's talk about my experience with the phone, since I have already done a gaming review of Zenfone Max Pro, so you could check that video for your reference. Other things like heating issue, so this device has 0% heating issue. Yes guys, mark my words, 0% heating issue at all. So talking about my normal usage of Asus Zenfone Max Pro, when I was using this device as my primary device device, or you can say daily driver. I have played some high-end game using my different social media account. Yes, you can follow me there, and also taking some pictures. So all those things we done in normal day-to-day life, and in my normal uses I have not found any kind of heating issue there. Like I have noticed some 2 to 3% temperature increase, but that's pretty normal, and believe me guys, you are not going to notice that thing. So in terms of heating issue, I would give 10 out of 10 to Asus Zenfone Max Pro, because I love the device when it's not heat at all, and I am using this device from 4 to 5 hours regularly. So that thing's really important for me because of the Snapdragon 636, which have 14 nanometer of process technology. Like you can say it's running on 14 nanometer technology, and this processor is based on 8 cores of Cortex CPU. So on an average, I would like to give 10 out of 10 to Asus Zenfone Max Pro in terms of performance. So I still think the performance could more enhance in future with the help of OT updates. So that's it for performance. So now let's talk about the battery. No doubt this phone has not any competitor in terms of battery, because Asus is featuring 5000 mAh battery, which is another best feature of this smartphone. Asus has done something really great with design, I must say, because they are giving you 5000 mAh battery with so slim and stylish smartphone with the weight of just 180 grams and 8.5 mm thickness. So talking about the charging time, the phone takes almost 1 hour and 45 minutes to fully charge your smartphone, and it gives you huge 10 hours of screen on time, which means you can use a smartphone up to 2 days very easily. There is not any kind of fast charging support in the smartphone, but I have noticed that smartphone was heating a little bit because the smartphone is featuring 5000 mAh battery, so that's pretty acceptable for me. So now let's talk about the camera of Asus Zenfone Max Pro. On the rear side, Zenfone Max Pro is featuring dual rear camera of 13 plus 5 megapixel with f2.2 aperture and 1.4 micron pixel, and the front camera is featuring 8 megapixel sensor with f2.2 aperture. So this is the on paper specification of Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So talking about the camera quality, and dual rear camera takes some of the really great quality images with lots of details. Color reproduction seems good. Also the portrait mode is decent, I must say. Still I think the camera is not fully optimized, because with 1.4 micron pixel the camera could be more better in Asus Zenfone Max Pro. Some OT updates really needed here. So talking about the portrait mode, the best part of its portrait mode is the phone doesn't show any kind of distance limitation like we have seen in other smartphones like Mi A1. So sharing my real experience with the smartphone camera, the edge detection of portrait mode is decent when the object is at a good distance, but when the object is very nearby your smartphone camera, so the edge detection have not any kind of problem or lag here. So if you are a Asus Zenfone Max Pro user, so try to take some portrait shots very nearby to your smartphone camera, so you can get really great portrait images and portrait results. So now let's talk about the selfie camera of Asus Zenfone Max Pro. It's featuring 8 megapixel selfie camera with 2.2 aperture and 1.0 micron pixel. This is the on paper specification of selfie camera. So now let's talk about the selfie camera in reality. Like it's featuring beautification mode, HDR mode and portrait mode. So talking about the portrait mode, because it's becoming a trend in all those smartphone camera, and best part of Asus Zenfone Max Pro selfie camera is it's featuring a portrait mode, because many other phone in the same price bracket are not featuring portrait mode in their selfie camera. So the portrait mode in the selfie camera is not doing its job at all. The edge detection is good when you are taking your own selfie, but when you will take group selfies, the portrait mode will struggle and the result will be not satisfying. Normally it takes good selfie in daylighting condition, but in low lighting or indoor lighting the results are not good. So these are the cons of smartphone camera. So the selfie camera of Asus Zenfone Max Pro is not for all those selfie lovers who love to take selfie all the time. But yeah, I am pretty satisfied with the selfie camera, because I am not a selfie lover, or I don't take selfie like all the time. Also I would like to include the smartphone have slow autofocusing, and when I was trying to capture some shiny background, or you can say a white background, it struggles a lot. So these are the cons of a smartphone camera. So this is my final conclusion of Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So because it's featuring Snapdragon 636 with 5000 mAh battery and latest Android 8.1 with pure stock Android user interface. Also you will get to see some regular updates up to 2 years, which simply means you are going to see Android P and Android Q in Asus Zenfone Max Pro. So all those features of this smartphone is killer except those selfie camera. So at the end of the video I would like to say the Asus Zenfone Max Pro is totally worth and the best budget smartphone for all those gamers, performance freak and update lovers, and also the stock Android lover like me. So that's it for this video guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you have any doubt regarding Asus Zenfone Max Pro, you can comment down below and I will surely reply you in comments. And also you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook or my Facebook pages. You can message me out there and ask me suggestion about smartphones, and I will really recommend you the best pick and best smartphone. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Jai Hind, and please subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel, I mean.